my moderators can support your channel in more ways. Okay. Hey, peace everyone, peace everyone. It's your boy FC. My channel is called F Canvas. Uh, I go by the name of artist, real name Al for short. And today I just wanted to jump on so we could talk about a few things. It's been on my mind. I feel like this is the best way to filter it out. Um, I do not have a big platform, and hopefully, in the next by the end of this year, I can increase my subscribers, and so I could promote my art because this is basically what my channel is dedicated to. But once in a while, you know, I do things like this. Today, we're going to talk about Nolan Wells. I'm gonna wait to at least one person get on. Let's give him time to get in, and let's see what happened. But a little bit about myself before I continue. Once again, I go by the name of artist because I am an artist. I do all kinds of paintings, and I give art lessons. I um, I host paint and sip. I've been doing that for a few years now, and it's teaching me a lot about myself, and it's also teaching me a lot about others, which is still a lesson for me. So no matter how you slice it, being an art instructor is it's fun. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's fun, and I love what I do, so I like to share my work with others. So today, we're gonna talk about a few topics. Actually, one particular topic we're going to talk about. And let me make it clear, this is not a clickbait. This is not a rage or race bait. This is not about race. I just want to stick to the topic, stick to the point. And I'm only going to be here for maybe 25, 30 minutes. Whoever want to hang around, at least listen to my perspective, listen to my point. I won't be paying too much attention to the chat, but you're welcome to leave a comment. Uh, and shout out to Jay. Thank you for saying hello. Appreciate you. Um, I think this is a very important topic. First of all, I'm going to start off by saying rest in peace to Nolan X Wells. Like I said, I'm not doing this with views. I got a small platform. The reason why I'm doing this is to make one point and one point only. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who is out there with a platform. When stuff like this happen, everyone should be speaking on it. The more people that gets involved in these type of situation, the more the word get out. What am I trying to say? This case is not only statewide, no, it's not only national, it's international. And shout out to everyone. Like I come in peace. It's I come with love, and hopefully I could share some words that make sense to, you folks out there, and to help this young man get the justice he deserve. Um, but the first thing I want to share with you guys is a thought that crossed my mind yesterday because, once in a while I browse the YouTube, and I surf YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, I watch YouTube videos. I like to stay tapped in. And I gotta share a thought with you guys that came to my mind. I was saying to myself, because I saw the second interview. Uh, a lot of you guys are referring to him as Race Batum. I don't want to use his name, so I'm gonna say Fakeum. Race Batum Fakeum. So let me say hi to a couple of people. Once again, peace to you, Jay, or just or just oh man, or just a Drizzy. If I butcher your name, I'm sorry. Hello, I'm just gonna say Ami. Hello, once, but let me go get back to my thought. I like to share with you guys what I thought yesterday because I saw the second interview with those four individuals that possibly had involvement in the in this Nolan Wells case. This is the thought that ran through my mind. I was saying to myself, hmm, maybe they should let leave these boys alone. Like just I'm just sharing a thought with you. Maybe they should leave these guys alone, man. Just leave them alone. Don't worry about them. Just let them do what they do, and stop talking about them. Stop scandaling their name online. Just stop posting videos how guilty you might think they are. So I don't play Pokemon, and just back to my point. Let me try to stay focused. I was like, leave these guys alone, man. Like, stop bothering them. Now, let me tell you, I say all that to say, when I watched the second interview, you could, when you're innocent, there's usually a glow about you. And in no shape or form am I accusing anybody. When you're innocent, you have a certain glow about you, right? And when I saw the second interview with those four young men on race, bait 'em, fake 'em, because I don't want to use anybody's name. The only name I'm naming on this interview on this podcast is Nolan X Xavier Wells. Rest in peace to him. I was like, yeah, they should leave these guys alone because when you're innocent, you have a certain glow about you. And if you, I don't know who have seen the interview, but if you look at them, look like something is eating them away. Something, the boys' faces are getting sucked in and looking skinny and stuff. So anyway, I say all that to say, when you're innocent, once again, hate to sound like a broken record, you have a certain glow about you. Okay, so that's what ran through my mind yesterday. But I don't have that power to make that happen. But do I feel the same way today? Maybe not, but that's the thought that ran through my mind. Uh, Another reason why I had that thought, I was like, look, when you do something, karma will get you. If they were in fact actually involved in that situation, karma would get you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how I look at it. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not here to. This is not even about race. Tonight, we're gonna talk about this minus race. You know, we could start with, and then a second thing I want to do is this is not gonna be a long live, but I had to get this off my chest. The second thing we're gonna talk about is the word defamation. Now, a lot of people don't even know the definition of defamation. Hello, SSANDHU78. Hello, back to you. Um, Hi to is that Delta Knits? It's funny. Your name remind me of myself because I crochet and knit, so I think that's a cool name. But anyway, back to the word defamation. Defamation is a false statement presented as fact that hurts a person's or business's good name and reputation. Let me say that one more time. I'll say it slower. The definition of defamation is a false statement presented as fact that hurts a person's or business's good name and reputation. Now, as you all know, the four young men who was involved in the Nolan Well case, who are involved in the Nolan Well case, are lawyered up, and the lawyer is selling wolf tickets, trying to um, scare people and to not speak up on the situation. and then they calling it defamation. I mean, I'm gonna give my view on why I disagree that it's defamation. This is my view. This is my view. There is there are too many inconsistencies for you to be throwing that word around. There are too many inconsistencies. Way too many inconsistencies. Um, you have a lawyer, and I don't know why somebody then pull these kids to the side and say, "Why are you online doing interviews? If you're innocent, go about your life and don't worry about what people have to say about you. Why are you lawyered up?" And the more you talk, the more, because people are not stupid. You guys are young men, and lying, I don't promote lying, but if you're gonna lie, you got to be good at it. You got to be super good at it to get away with something to that magnitude. Um, and once again, you're gonna find me catch myself to clarify that I'm not in no shape or form accusing anybody of doing any wrongdoing. I wasn't there. But based on things that are being said on interviews and pictures that's being posted, and now when you try to sum the story up and try to make it make sense, I mean, things are just not mathing. Things are just not adding up. So yeah, but let's touch up a little bit of inconsistencies. Like me, I'm into hip hop. I So a little bit about myself, and then I'll make my point. I'm an artist. I like to paint. I like to crochet. I like to knit. And then once in a while, I get into this hip hop vibe. Long story short, I wrote a song, and and part of the verse I said, the last time I laid eyes on Nolan was 3 o'clock, and I said, first lie, first lie. And then my buddy said, Nolan to get on the boat at 4:30, second lie, second lie. Nolan was my best friend, third lie. Nolan, um, what else did I say? I just wrote the song. I don't remember all the verses, but basically, there's a lot of inconsistencies. Like, if I had to doubt the case, all it takes is that one thing he said, one of the guys said in the interviews, that would put me in a doubtful state of mind about the the validity of what they're saying and how innocent they are. And they like at first I was like, there's no way they were involved in this type of um and whatever happened to Nolan. There's no way they were involved. But then the more I listen to them, the more things don't add up. So inconsistencies are too consistent in their stories, if that makes sense. The last time you laid eyes on him was 3 o'clock, but then you heard your buddy said at 4:30, Nolan get on the boat. I am not gonna walk you guys through the whole story because y'all could go on YouTube and pull up all kinds of stuff. People that have bigger platform and have more information to know about that. The first time I laid eyes on you was 3 o'clock. I mean, the last time, correction. The last time I laid eyes on you was 3 o'clock, but turn around and said at 4:30, my buddy said, you not only said my buddy said, you described the tone and the verbiage of how your buddy supposedly um, was addressing Nolan to get on the boat. Now, once again, I'm not gonna get too deep into the story because you guys should already know what's taking place out there. The inconsistencies are eating me up at night, and I'm not really and my platform is really about art, you know. F Canvas, guys, go check out some of my videos and some of the stuff that I post. I post time lapse on me doing paintings. I post me playing instruments. Uh, I post me just doing, just fun stuff, positive stuff, trying to promote, creativity in everybody, you know. But once in a while, I'll get on my channel and talk like this. But the inconsistencies to me, man, are very, 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 very telling. And my thought on that platform they keep going to, the race Batum Fakem, because I do not want to use his name. Race Batum Fakem, this is my thought on him, because I've been doing some deep, deep meditation on that situation. This is my thought on race Batum Fakem. I think he was hired to act like he's being friends with those kids, give them a safe space for them to feel like, or for them to express themselves, and also for them to have a platform where they could clear their name. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. But I have a feeling that this guy is not to be trusted. Race Batum Fakem. Yeah, race Batum Fakem. That guy should not be trusted. He should not be trusted. Because me outside looking in, this is how I'm reading the situation. Besides the inconsistencies that these kids are, let me not say kids, these young adults are spewing out there online, besides the inconsistencies, you have to look at it this way. You have a guy that when he makes his videos, he's 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 just be talking. He's just be saying stuff. I'm trying to put this as simple as possible. I'm not trying to use big words here. He's just be talking and saying stuff. And then he has all these facts, but he doesn't have the receipts for the facts. Race Batum Tatum. And when he talks, he's very pro those kids. He's on their side. He made it clear he supports them. So back to my point, me outside looking in, this is how I'm looking at it, and I don't mean this in any negative way. I'm looking at it as if in fact they were involved, right? And whoever hired Race Batum Tatum, they want the public to have an image in their mind that they're on a person of color platform, so we could kind of like not have that race thing in our mind. So I'll say it another way so it could make sense. If they're on Race Batum's platform, this absolutely have nothing to do with race. And I think that's the card that someone is playing. Hi, half shaman, half salmon. Um, hello to, well, it is like a podcast. It is like a podcast. But anyway, but once again, let me try to sum it up. Me outside looking in, when I see them kids go on the platform, on that platform, it's looking like, oh, okay, he's talking to a quote unquote black guy. So that he's cool. He has, there's no way they're guilty because they're on a black guy's platform. These are all games they're playing with us. So, but I guess my point is, and one of the things I like to point out is somebody really should have pulled those young adults aside and be like, look, why are you talking? Stop talking. Stop doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing interviews. Uh, your story's not adding up. You keep putting your foot in your mouth, and it is just crazy. We're already 19 minutes in. I already told you I'm not gonna do this for long, and the last thing I really wanted to talk about, I just touched up on it, was race Batum Tatum, and it's sick what he's doing. He's only doing this for money. Either he's just doing it for money, he's totally oblivious to what he's doing or what's taking place, or he was hired, he was put there to once again to give these kids a platform to make them feel safe so they can tell on themselves. Because there's all types of. Don't forget, he used to be a cop. Don't forget, he used to be a cop. Um, yeah, and I can't make this about race because everything that you guys want to know about race is already. Yeah, if anybody who's not up to speed on what the role race play in the US, then I'm not here to educate you on that because you know, I'm not gonna base my point around race. It's everybody that's been following the case and making all these wild videos, you know, instead of focusing on the facts. I mean, their best talking point is, oh, um, their best talking point, oh, it's one black guy went out with four white guy, and the black guy didn't come back, so that automatically make them guilty. No, if I had to point fingers at them for being guilty, it would be through their to it'll be through the things that they're saying, the inconsistencies. Because if you go back and dissect those interviews, you're gonna notice there's a lot of things that doesn't make sense. And last thing I'm gonna touch up on is the CETO call, the call to the CETO operator. I'm disappointed at one thing. I'm sure you guys have heard the enhanced versions, and besides uh, the gentleman making the call to talk about the water that was coming in the boat. I'm a little disappointed at the operator. I'm pretty sure she most likely had headphones on and she could hear the conversation clearly. Like me personally, I don't know what happened in the background. According to what people are posting, enhanced versions of that conversation, there was a lot of things taking place in the background. And one thing I heard for a fact is shut the F up. Now, if that was clear, that's without being enhanced. I'm talking about if you listen to the original audio, if that was crystal clear, why is it not possible to make out other things, you know? And that recording, just be mindful that I mean, I'm not an expert in electronics or audio and all that stuff, but the it was two sounds, left and right. So if you listen on the headphones, then you got the right equipments, you could separate the operator from the caller. You know, you could isolate the operator. So basically, the operator was speaking on one channel, and the caller was speaking on a separate channel. So it is one video, but you can split it, and you could just listen to the gentleman that called Sito and the background happenings become clearer. But anyway, drop me a line. I want you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Like I said, I don't have a big platform, but I think it doesn't matter if you have 2 subscribers. Everybody should be getting on saying something about this case. As long as you're not clickbaiting, as long as you're not rage baiting, race baiting, as long as you're not promoting hate. Because honestly, the last the last thing I saw with the mother and Al Sharp, Al Sharpton and the lawyer, the mother looked. I mean, it's really starting to sink in that her her baby is not here anymore, and my heart goes out to her. You know what I'm saying? My heart goes out to her. it's um it's unfortunate what happened, and you know, or the people who conducting autopsies not being straight, toxicologists, or not giving the proper information. Throat is missing, lung is missing, all these things. And then look, I tell you what, the more time, every 24 hour that go by, that's uh those body parts are degrading. I'm not sure if that means whoever conduct a test stand less of a chance to, figure out some stuff. Was there any foul play involved? Because the more time that goes by, the more those body parts are deteriorating. So, well, anyway, me personally, I'm not gonna lose sleep over this, but is uh this is a terrible situation. And like the thought I shared with you guys, what I thought about yesterday, if they leave those kids alone, karma would do the rest, if in fact they are guilty. You know what I'm saying? That's if in fact they are guilty. But shout out to everyone. Peace to you guys. And once again, if you have a platform, it doesn't matter how small it is, you really should speak up on it. I'm gonna close out by give telling you guys a little bit more about myself. Once again, I'm an artist. I paint. I think when was that? That was sometime. What's today? Wednesday? Oh no, say it's Thursday. Exactly a week ago from today, I did a paint and sip, and it was a great turnout. It was raining like crazy. It was raining like crazy, and right when because we were scheduled to start at 6, and the rain literally stopped at 5:50, and then everybody just came in. It was still a little sprinkle outside, but everybody, had their umbrella, and it was a great turnout. So my platform, but once again, my platform is all about art, and I like to promote creativity and all that stuff. And I just really wanted to jump on today, and thank you guys for hanging out, and listening to my sayings, whatever. Uh, Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, and justice for Nolan Wells. And you guys should really check out that second interview those boys did with Race Bait 'em Fake 'em. And I want you to do an experiment. Try this. You're gonna play the interview, right? You can go to his channel, and because I know a lot of other platforms are playing it. Put it on mute and just use your eyes and observe those young men. And that lawyer, man, that's really a lawyer? Why was he dressed like that? Is that really a lawyer? If somebody leave me a comment and let me know if that was really a lawyer, because I'm confused. I am totally confused. I don't know why he was dressed like that. He did not present himself as a lawyer. But anyway, yeah, try that. Play the second interview and put it on mute and look at their faces. It's like, I mean, granted they're young, they have youth on their side, but it if you just observe and just look at them, it looks like something is eaten away. And if you're innocent, why do you have a lawyer? To And at the point that those kids got the lawyer was kind of suspect. I mean, if you make a timeline on the whole story, you're gonna notice a lot of funny things. But anyway, guys, it's your boy FC. And once in a while, I jump on and I just give my input on what's going on out there in the world. In this case, Nolan Wells, rest in peace to him. And hope you guys learned something from what I was saying. There's too many inconsistencies with this story. So, one love to you guys. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Depending on how many views I get on this. Maybe I'll come back and do a part two, and this time I'll have more detailed information because I do have some stuff that I want to point out. Some stuff that I think you guys should really home in on and analyze and focus. I mean, and process. So peace to you all. Peace, love, and light. And justice for Nolan Wells. All right, one love.